Hey, I don't have an intro because I don't do things with my voice anymore, but I am right now, and we're doing a Warrior Cats tier list thing. I'll put the link in the description if I remember, but this is my template. It goes, so first of all, I want to say that I am ranking this off of how well a character is written. Not how much I like the character as a person, not how good they are as a person, not how much I would want to be their friend. It's how they are written, how well they are written. For example, Tigerstar will probably rank kind of high because I like him as a villain and I like how he's written a little bit. But would I want to be his friend? Absolutely not. This is also unscripted, so it's going to be a mess. But yeah, I guess hop right into it, I guess. We got the ranks here. We got God tier. Obviously that's for Ravenpaw and Ravenpaw alone. Maybe Longtail as well. I love you. That's, yeah, pretty self-explanatory. I like you. You're chill. How are you again? This is for characters. By the way, I've not read every single Warrior Cats book. I'm sorry. I don't get every item on my Christmas list, unlike some people. I also don't have that kind of time. But no, I have not read every single Warrior Cats book, and if I don't know who a character is, or I don't know enough about a character, or I don't remember a character, then this is where they're gonna go. It's very neutral, I don't know who this character is, and I don't know where else to put them. Meh. Okay, so You're Chill and Meh. You're Chill and Meh are kind of also neutral, but I know who the character is, I just don't have any particular feelings towards them. You're Chill is more positive, as it's more closer to I like you, I love you, and God tier, and Meh is more negative, as it's lower on the thing. I dislike you, pretty self-explanatory, and what the fuck? What the fuck is reserved for absolute dumpster fire of completely awfully written characters that are so bad it makes me want to light the book on fire and just start arsoning. That's what the fuck is for. You know, and you can probably predict that that's reserved for, Spotted Leaf and Thistleclaw, but let's just get right into it. I also main series that I haven't really read Dawn of the Clans. And by I haven't really read, I mean I haven't read it all. I haven't really read. I've read like the first couple books of A Vision of Shadows, I believe is what it's called. I don't know. But as I said, I'm not the number one Warrior Cats fan on the planet, and I don't know every single in and out of every single one of these characters here. If I miss something that completely redictates who they are as a person, then that's on me. But yeah, don't expect me to know every single information piece that there is to know about, you know what I mean. So you get it. I immediately, okay, here's the thing. I would have really, really liked Alderheart if the fans had gone, hey, he has anxiety. He has a mental illness, anxiety. And the writers would have gone, yeah, you're right. Alderheart has anxiety. But the thing that happened was the fans went, Alderheart has anxiety because it's so blatantly obvious in the books that he seems to have anxiety. And the writers went, no, he doesn't. So I would put him at You're Chill. This kind of changes though with the circumstances of Sandstorm and her death. By the way, this thing is going to be chock full of spoilers. I'm sorry. I sit here and I go, well, you shouldn't expect me to, read every single Warrior Cat book, but yet here I am also expecting you to read every single book that I've read. I'm just saying, this thing is going to be absolutely chock full of spoilers to the point that it's insane. Yeah, not holding anything back. There you go. The circumstances also changed with Alderheart when, Sandstorm's death was a dumpster heap. I'll get into that more when we get to Sandstorm, but Sandstorm's like, no, it's not your fault, Alderheart, my grandson, it's fine, it's okay. And then she passes, and Alderheart's like, wow, I feel really, really shitty that I wasn't able to save my grandma. And then that kind of, disappears. It just kind of goes away. He gets over it instead of, having extreme trauma, that the fact that he could have potentially had the knowledge to save his fucking grandmother, but then he just gets over it. So he's going meh in a negative, neutral thing, because I don't like that the authors were like, he doesn't have anxiety. And then also, he just kind of gets over the death of Sandstorm, pretty much. Ashfur. I have to think on this one, because obviously when I hear the word Ashfur, I'm like, wow, what a fucking asshole. But that's how I'm supposed to feel. That's how the authors want me to feel. About Ashfur, because he is a piece of shit. Is there any writing thing that I don't really like about him? No. I mean, he seems pretty consistent, to be honest. He's abusive to Lionpaw because, that's his ex's son, and he's obsessed over his fucking ex to the point that it's insane. I really like how Ashfur was written. And again, this is a how they were written thing. This is not, I like this character. If this were, how I like them as, a person, Alderheart would be higher and Ashfur would be lower. But Ashfur is about to go high because I like how he is written, and Alderheart is low because he is written so poorly, in my opinion. And this is all opinionated. This is all subjective. I'm thinking. Also, it's lagging. So that's something that's happening too. I guess I don't really have any qualms with putting him in I Love You, because he's well written, and I like him as a character. Actually, no, I have a big problem. The circumstances surrounding him being in StarClan, there's a significant problem with the books, that they are a little misogynistic, and here's the thing, female leaders aren't allowed to have kids, female medicine cats aren't allowed to have kids, and it's not just all leaders, it kind of is all medicine cats, but it's not just all leaders, it's female leaders, because Firestar has kids, Bramblestar has kids, and this both happen when they're leaders, so, and there's other things too, that, are just very, about warrior cats, they portray some, female cats that have cross-clan relationship as, obviously they don't say this outright, but, it kind of implies that they're whores in a way. That's the feeling that I get from it, is that what they're trying to say, and I just don't like that. And this kind of reflects as well when they're like, oh yeah, Ashfur's in StarClan, he's a piece of shit, and he tried to murder several people, but he's fine. He almost killed Firestar, which is our, number one child, and he also tried to kill Holly Leafjay Feather and Lionblaze, which are our number 2, 3, and 4 children, but, he's fine. He can... So I actually do have a really big qualm with him. He'll go when you're chill, because I'm really flaky about him, if you couldn't tell. Barley, I don't know as much about Barley as I feel like I should. I don't know really his background. All I really know about him is he's the dude in the barn that, helps people and feeds people, and he's chill, and he's gay. He's one of those characters in Warriors where, Warriors can't outright say, oh, this character is gay, because they sell in certain countries that don't like that so much. But there are certain characters like Tall, Tail, and Jake in Ravenpaw and Barley where they kind of go, yeah, they're gay. They're gay. They're straight up gay. We can't say it, but yeah, they're gay. So Barley gets some immediate credits for that, but also he's just kind of there. And we don't really see a lot of him, so I'm gonna put him in your chill. It feels like a treasonous and, it feels like blasphemy to stick him right next to Ashfur, but that's just how this is working. Billy Storm, I know who you are. I know who you are. Your Leaf Star's me. But have I read any book where you were alive? No. Do I really have any idea who the fuck you are? Not really. So you're going in, who are you again? I know vaguely who you are, but I don't know who you are, so. Blackstar. I don't know how I feel about Blackstar, because he's a war criminal, and he killed people who were specifically half-clan cats, and that's genocide. But Warrior Cats kind of goes in the typical, like, I'm just gonna, attribute it to Nazis because of the, genocide. And following orders. That was, like, the big, like, excuse for, like, people who were participating in, a genocide. They were like, oh, they were just following orders. And they kind of do that with Blackstar, too. And this is the books themselves, not just other cats and characters around him. But, like, the books themselves kind of do this in a way. And they just kind of excuse what Blackstar did, participating in genocide by, like, he was just following orders. And I really, really don't like that. And then throughout the rest of the series, after the whole Tiger Star genocide thing, he's just kind of there. And he's just kind of like this big, like, stalling. He stalls the whole plot with ShadowClan because Rowan Star isn't leader yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I dislike him. Now it's kind of, you know what, no, Matt, because I don't really have a lot of feelings about Blackstar, to be honest. Blue Star. A lot of people really don't like characters that, kind of have mental breakdowns because they tend to be inconsistent, like Blue Star and Hollyleaf. And I get that, but as a mentally ill person who has a lot of irrational breakdowns, I relate to it. And I really, really, really like these characters who have these mental breakdowns because I relate to them and I can kind of see where they're coming from. And Blue Star absolutely fucking losing faith in, it's not even a religion at that point. StarClan and their universe is true. It's not a religion, but she absolutely loses faith in everyone around her and her ancestors because of everything. She's going through PTSD, she's going through trust issues, and I love Blue Star. You know what? She's I love you. Do I have any qualms about her? Let me think. No. I don't like that she so eagerly gave up her children. You know what? That's a big thing with Blue Star. I don't like it. This goes into Thistleclaw, and I'll only talk about Thistleclaw a little bit because this is Blue Star we're talking about, not Thistleclaw. But I really wish that they would have just gone with the plotline of Thistleclaw as a pedophile from the get-go, because that would give Blue Star... Actually, you know what? She already has a lot of reason to hate Thistleclaw, and I used to have this perspective of Thistleclaw wasn't really a villain until Spotted Leaf's Heart, which is kind of true. And obviously, he becomes a villain in Spotted Leaf's Heart because he's a fucking pedophile, but I have thought about it a little bit, and I did kind of, like, skim through a little bit more of Blue Star's prophecy, like, kind of rereading it, and I'm like, wow, he really beat up a child. I mean, Tiger Paw beat up a child. Like, he ordered Tiger Paw to beat up a child. You know what? Blue Star's God tier. And she's God tier because she mirrors Ivypool in a way, but unlike Ivypool, she doesn't constantly harp on her sister and almost emotionally abuse her because of who she's fallen in love with. Even though Snowfur did fall in love with an absolute piece of shit, one, Snowfur wasn't really aware, and two, Blue Star, she doesn't harp on her too much for that, and also she kind of dies before that kind of happens, but she's God tier, okay? I really like Blue Star. She goes in God tier. Bone, you don't... I like how you die. I really don't like what I really don't like is that he was just a device to kill off White Storm. That's it. That's all he was. White Storm had this like very short time of being deputy and then just instantly gets killed. I hate it. I really hate it. But that's more of a White Storm thing and less of a Bone thing. I don't know. I don't feel anything in particular about Bone. He's going in meh. Boulder, I know who you are, but all I know about you is that you were in Tiger Star's gang. That's it. You introduce him to Scourge. That's it. Meh. You're going in meh. Brackenfur, a lot of people really like Brackenfur because he's like one of those patrol dudes, but also his wife died, and, you know, I don't really feel anything I don't feel anything about Brackenfur, so I guess he goes in your chill. Bramblestar. Anyone who knows anything about the map that I'm trying to complete knows that I fucking despise Bramblestar because he is so... Basically, I mirror Moonkitty's opinions about Bramblestar. He is poorly written. He's all over the place. He's an abusive motherfucker. I don't think he goes in what the fuck tier? You know what? No, he goes in what the fuck tier. He gives me... I look at him and I go, what the fuck? Breezepelt... Oh boy. I haven't read Crowfeather's Trial, but Breezepelt, he was this big, semi-murderous antagonist, and then nothing happens. Jay Feather doesn't tell anyone, hey, he tried to fucking kill me. Ivypool doesn't say, hey, he's one of the bad guys. And then he just gets off scot-free, and then nothing happens. He doesn't do anything. He's just there. I'm making a new thing. I'm making a new row. This row is going to be called You Should Have Never Been Born. So it's past what the fuck. It's absolute bottom of the fucking barrel writing. Does Bramblestar go on that, though? Okay. I have to rethink Bramblestar. Yes, Bramblestar goes in that category. Breezepelt goes in what the fuck. Because, what the fuck. Briarlight... I love Briarlight. She's very motivational as a character. You know, she's disabled and, you know, she's really sweet and inspiring. And then they fucking kill her. Over the same thing she's been fighting her whole life because of her disability. I fucking hate that. Briarlight's one of my favorite characters, but she's written so pitifully. Her death is so pitiful. And it makes me really mad. She'll go in your chill, but I'm not happy about it. Brightheart, I like her, you know, the whole clan's like, oh my god, she's ugly, because a dog ripped off her fucking face because our leader is stupid. Brightheart, she's written okay. You know what, she's written well, and here's why. When Daisy comes in and there's that whole thing with Cloudtail, she's suddenly jealous because she's insecure, because she's kind of dependent on Cloudtail for feeling confident in herself, because Cloudtail was kind of the only one who was like, hey, you're not fucking hideous. So I like that. She's written well. She goes and I like you. But I don't really feel strongly enough about her for her to be I love you. Frost, I know they're a main character. I don't even know their gender. Who are you again? Broken Star. I dislike you, and here's why. Broken Star is a cool villain, you know, he's fucking murdering children by sending them into battle, I like that. But he doesn't really have a reason. Like, it's not even, they don't even portray it as, oh, it's just because he's stupid. They portray it as, oh, he's this evil, he's this vile, like, the birth of disgusting inhumanity. But he kind of doesn't really, I haven't read Yellow Fang's Secret, to be completely honest, but, like, he doesn't really do anything except be evil. There's not really a backstory. There's not, I dislike him. Brooke, I know who she is, but I don't have any feeling towards her whatsoever. She goes in meh. Cinderheart, I did Cinderheart, and here's why. Cinderheart learns about the thing. First of all, I really, really hate this kind of ties in with Cinderpelt too, but I really hate the, like, oh, I'm the reborn Cinderpelt. But, like, also, I hate her, because Lionblaze is like, I actually have a superpower where I can't be hurt whatsoever. And she goes, that must mean you don't love me anymore. And it's just, or like, I'm not important enough for you. And it's so weird. And even Lionblaze goes, no, what the fuck? I dislike her. She's, you know what, no, she's what the fuck. Cinderheart goes in what the fuck. Cinderpelt. I like Cinderpelt as a character. I don't like that the Erins were suddenly like, oh yeah, she had a crush on Firestar. I didn't get that vibe. But in this random app, they're like, oh yeah, she loved Firestar. And it's like, why? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't like it. And then she's really cool with Leafpool. I like how she is with Leafpool, but then she kind of I dislike her. That's it. I hate to say it. Cloudspots, I don't know who you are. You're a Dawn of the Clans cat. I'm sorry. Cloudstar, I don't know much about you. I know you have a super edition or novella or whatever, but I haven't read it. I do like that you're this ghost that hangs around Smudge, and you're like, my clan was murdered and sent out of their home unjustly. He's not really a vengeful spirit, but he's like a sad spirit. And then Smudge is like, yo, what the fuck is this? I need to talk to Firestar. I like him. See much of him? So let's go and chill. Cloudtail I really like as it. No, I don't. Okay. Cloudtail I like as a character. I like that they're trying to go for, like, oh, he's an atheist cat. But in a universe where the religion is literally proven to be true, then it's stupid. Then it's stupid. Once he's literally fighting side by side StarClan cats, then it's stupid. Yeah, so I like his growth from being a naive little kitty pet loving shit to being a full grown warrior and being a true warrior. I'm gonna put him in I love you, but he's not God tier because he's atheist when the religion in that universe is literally proven to be true. If it wasn't proven to be true, he'd be in God tier because having an atheist, character is really cool. But he's literally fighting side by side spirits, and he's like, it's not real. I don't know who Crag is. I straight up don't. I feel like I remember the name, but whatever. Crooked Star I really like because time after time, he just gets fucked. Like, absolutely, positively fucked. But he still conquers and is successful, and it's really cool and inspiring, and he tells Mapleshade to go fuck herself. Is he God tier? Do I have any qualms with him? That's my thing. Boys, I think we're gonna have to put Crooked Star in God tier. I think that's just how it goes. That's just how the story goes, Crowfeather. I have very mixed feelings on Crowfeather. I love him when he's with Leafpool. I love that. But then, because Warriors is so fucking weird with like, oh, it has to be this way, and you're the irresponsible one for falling in love with someone, it's like, and I hate that it acts like Leafpool and Crowfeather are the ones in the wrong when really the system is the one in the wrong. I hate that. But I really like Crowfeather when he's with Leafpool. And I really like him being a deadbeat dad because it's kind of really, really easy to be a deadbeat parent. And I kind of like it, but, and you know what? I like him. Do I love him? I don't like Crowpaw. To me, it seems like he becomes a whole other person. And he's not a good person either. But I really like how he's written. You'll stay and I love you. Dapplepelt, I have no idea who you are. I don't know who you are. Darkstripe. I don't understand. I have this headcanon where Darkstripe is pretty much a simp for Tigerstar, but that's a headcanon. That's not canon. Darkstripe is kind of this pretty much senseless person that's like, I follow Tigerstar. Why? I don't fucking know. I guess because he's a prejudiced prick, but like, he's so pathetic and in the background, so he goes in meh. That's it. Darktail. Again, I haven't read A Vision of Shadows, but from what I've heard of Darktail, I really, really, really like him. Because his backstory is good. He has a reason to hate clan cats. He's manipulative. He's powerful. He's hard to defeat. I really love him as a character. I can't say much on him because I haven't read A Vision of Shadows. He's not God tier because, I haven't read A Vision of Shadows, but I love him. I really, really, really do as a character. Dubwing. Because Warriors paints it this way, I used to think Dubwing was irresponsible for falling in love with Tigerheart, and why can't she just follow the rules, and she's so annoying, and she's such a burden to Ivy Pool. But looking back on it, and kind of rereading it a little bit, I was like, wow. She really doesn't do anything wrong. So, maybe that was just, I don't know, maybe that was just me being young and having the Warriors rules hammered into me, and maybe it wasn't supposed to look that way, but, Dubwing didn't really do anything wrong. She's pretty much emotionally abused by her fucking sister. You know what? I do like the whole Holly Leaf power thing. You know what? I've decided I do like that. Because it's interesting. It's interesting. I like Dubwing. She goes and I like you. Dustpelt, I don't really have any feelings towards Dustpelt. He's kind of weird for liking Fernpaw, but he doesn't really make a move on Fernpaw until she's Fern Cloud, so that's okay? Is it okay? He's not written as a weird guy like Thistle. Well, Thistleclaw isn't really written as a weird guy anyway. It's hard. He's this very background character, but I did love his death. I adored his death, and it made me cry. And I like that he's one of those characters that kind of warms up to Firestar. So, he goes in your chill. Dustpelt chill. Echo Song. Echo Song, I don't really remember what he really did in Hawkwing's journey. But the Sky Clan book, Firestar's Quest, I don't think I've read Sky Clan's Destiny. I'm not entirely. I don't remember. But Echo Song, she's okay. I like her. You know what? I like her. She has this mysterious thing, almost. I like that she gives Sandstorm a kind of purpose and also kind of a little bit of an acquaintanceship with Spotted Leaf. But there's not much about her. Fallen Leaves is confusing when it comes to the lore of warriors because almost every single cat is like sent up to StarClan or to the Dark Forest, the Dark Forest or whatever. But Fallen Leaves is trapped there, and this doesn't really replicate with any other cat except maybe Rock. Maybe, whatever the fuck is going on with Bramblestar and Ashfur, but like, I don't know. Fallen Leaves is chill. Fallen Leaves goes in your chill. Obviously I love him as a dude, but like, as a character, he's just kind of meh. Feathertail. There's this really I'm thinking. I don't like Feathertail, and here's why. Her character starts off as like she loves her brother Stormfur. She adores her brother, and then it takes a sharp, screaming right turn to Crowpaw, and it's like now everything's about Crowpaw, and she dies for Crowpaw, but then it's like, and then Crowpaw or Crowfeather kind of like has this whole thing, and it's like, was that necessary? Was it necessary? Because then that doesn't really mirror the rest in Crowfeather's character. That doesn't really reflect later on in his character, other than maybe he's traumatized and that's why he acts the way he is, but that's not really explained. That's just kind of a headcanon more so than anything. Feathertail doesn't really have a lasting effect on anything. She's one of those cats that dies tragically and then suddenly she's really important, and it's like, you were never important. They could have just completely scrapped the whole romance thing with Crowpaw altogether. Also, she's a warrior and Crowpaw's an apprentice. I don't know. I think if I remember correctly, Crowpaw was old enough to be a warrior, but still, why not just make it about her brother, who she was already super close with, rather than make it about, oh, I'm dying for Crowpaw now. Like, I dislike her. I dislike Feathertail. Feather Whisker. He's chill, I guess. I mean, he's kind of a dad-ish figure to Spotted Leaf, and I like that he's the only cat in the whole clan who doesn't think Goosefeather is a fucking lunatic. Actually, he kind of does. I don't know. But, I mean, I don't really have any feelings towards him whatsoever. He's just kind of there. It's very, very neutral. But it's not a bad neutral. Finleap. I don't know who the fuck you are. Firestar. I have a lot to say. Firestar, the books with him were really, really, really well written. The books where he was the protagonist, aka the first series, was really well written, and I remember that fondness when I look and hear of Firestar, and that makes me like Firestar because it makes me think of when Yellowfang wasn't a piece of shit, and it makes me think of when things kind of made sense. But then he just, I have this headcanon, and this is kind of replicated by a PMV called Me and My Husband, which is about Spotted Leaf. I don't know who it's from, but I'll try to link that in the description if I remember, and if not, just look it up. But it kind of shows this perspective of, because Spotted Leaf was groomed by Thistleclaw, she kind of replicates the same behavior onto Firestar without realizing it, but then breaks it off when she does realize it, and that's why things never really happen with Firestar. And I like that, but that's not canon in the books. That's more of a, like, what a reader has interpreted, and I really, really like it, but it's not canon. I mean, it could be, I don't know, but it's not really shown. It's not. And I really, really, really don't like that they were just like, oh, you had this crush on Spotted Leaf when you were younger, and then you lived your whole life with Sandstorm, but then you still have a problem with liking Spotted Leaf, even though you've been with your wife for several years. and Spotted Leaf for maybe a couple months. I didn't even really get the romantic feeling until, like, between Spotted Leaf and Firestar until after Spotted Leaf had already died. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Meh. Firestar goes in meh. Flametail, meh. There's just not a lot to say about him. He doesn't do anything for the series, really, except... He doesn't. You know what? He doesn't. He just straight up doesn't. He makes Jay Feather a little bit more mad at Rock, but that's about it. And then he makes... What's her name? Dawn Pell, I think, an asshole. But that's it. That's it. That's it. That is it. Goosefeather. I like him. You know what? I really, really like Goosefeather. In fact, I will even say that I love Goosefeather because he's not quite god tier, but I don't have any qualms with him. He's this cat who is tortured by the future, and I really, 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 really like that. And I really enjoyed his, what was it? Was it a super edition or a novella, or was it a short story? I can't remember, but whatever it was, I enjoyed it. Gorsfur, I feel like I remember your name, like Crag, but I don't know who you are. Crag, I've heard a lot about you, but I don't know your story, and I haven't read your thing, so I don't know who you are. Greystripe. I have so many qualms with Greystripe. I have a lot of things to say about Greystripe, and it's because I like that he was Firestar's buddy. But first off, Firestar's like, you're the deputy now. Not because you're a loyal cat, not because you're even a good warrior. He's not a good warrior. He's actually a really, really shit warrior because he puts off his apprentice Ravenpaw onto Firestar because he's busy with Silverstream. But Firestar makes him deputy just because he's his friend, which I really hate. Greystripe makes me mad, even, because, as Moonkitty said, and when Moonkitty said this, I have never felt more justified in my entire life. She said it should have been Longtail. And I cannot agree more, and here's why. Longtail, if he was deputy instead of Greystripe, Firestar could have still gone through this thing of like, oh, my best friend is gone, and still been depressed and still been kind of shitty with leading the clan, without just, like, not picking a deputy. And so if Longtail was deputy from the start and Greystripe never was, first of all, Longtail was an amazing warrior, the most loyal warrior in the ThunderClan. Firestar even kind of has a friendship with Longtail. And then Longtail still gets blinded by the rabbit, still has to retire to the Elder's Den, and that gives an excuse for Brambleclaw to step in and still be deputy. And that also gives him more experience and more trust building with Firestar and the rest of the clan when he's deputy. And that would have been so much better, that would have been so good, and it would have fit perfectly. But no, Greystripe has to be the deputy because he's Firestar's best friend. And I really, 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 really fucking hate it. Greystripe also, he doesn't do anything about Millie being a piece of shit mom. There's this, like, debate where it feels like he's gonna go for Silverstream instead of the woman he's been with for his whole life. He fucks off from being a mentor. He can still be a mentor and still have a half-clan relationship, because guess what? It's happened. But it's shit. It's shit, and I hate it, and Greystripe is a bad character, and you know what? As much fondness as I have for him, he goes in what the fuck. I said it, he goes in what the fuck because he's a bad character. He is a bad character. Half Moon, I don't feel anything towards. I don't like that. I kind of really wish that Briarlight would have been Jay Feather's romantic interest instead of Half Moon. And instead, maybe Jay Feather could be like her best friend or something in the past, but like, I don't really like, you know what, Half Moon's meh. I don't like Half Moon, but like, I don't like her so much. I don't really have any feelings towards her, really. Hawk Frost, I really, really, really like Hawk Frost as a character, and here's why. He's a manipulative piece of shit. But this is consistent throughout his whole character. Everyone has a problem with him. Except for his brother, apparently, until he fucking kills him. But, you know, he is a manipulative piece of shit, and he uses people, and he uses Ashfur, he uses Brambleclaw, he uses Mothwing, he uses Ivypool, and he's consistent. So, you know what? I will even... Do I have any qualms with him? Let me think. No. I don't. I think the way he died was fucking metal. I think his design is cool. He's God tier. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. He's God tier. I don't have anything against his character. It's written really well. Hawkwing is one of my favorites. He's one of my sons. I kind of like the rivalry aspect, but I also kind of don't. I don't really have any feelings towards... You know what, I do. I really, really, really like his character. I like that he's a moody piece of shit. I like that he's depressed. I like that he's angry about everyone. And he doesn't like his friends and his clanmates. But that doesn't make him a bad person. In fact, I don't really know his relationship with his kids later on in the story. But it sounds like he isn't really... But I guess I can't tell. I can't tell if he is involved with his kids later on in the story because I haven't read A Vision of Shadows or anything past that. So, I don't really have any reasonable qualms with him. He goes in God tier. That's just how it is. He's a God tier character. Hawkwing. Heathertail. I really hated the thing with Lionblaze. I don't know, I guess I just don't like it. And she also feels like an enabler towards Bracefeld because anything that he does, she's just like, oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can fucking hate this person that I used to have feelings for, who I don't have any qualms with, by the way. She never hated Lionblaze or anything, but like, she feels like such an enabler to Bracefeld, and I really don't... I dislike her, even. Hollyleaf. Hollyleaf is... She's not God tier. As much as I would love to put her in God tier, she's not. And I love her mental breakdown and shit. But also, she's murderous. And she tries to kill her mom. She kills Ashfur. But then she comes back into the clan and everyone's just like, no, that's okay. What about Ferncloud? She's still in the clan when Hollyleaf comes back, and I also hate that they killed her off only to bring her back. She's so confusing. Her character changes all the time. I like her. And she's one of my favorites, but like, she's not I love you and she's not God tier. Ivypool. Ivypool. I hate Ivypool because she's emotionally abusive to her sister. She's like, why are you falling in love with this other clan cat? Why can't you pay more attention to me? Why am I not important? I like that she kind of has a change of heart, but like, she doesn't want to fix things with Deathwing, and I hate that. I mean, it doesn't really touch on her relationship with Deathwing. I mean, I guess I haven't read that far, but like, I dislike her. She's not enough to go in what the fuck, but I do dislike her. Now I need to check my messages because I have not messaged my boyfriend in almost an hour. And it's almost 2 a.m. Okay. Jagged Peak, I don't know who you are. Jay Feather. Jay Feather is a God tier character, and here's why. It's not really his fault that he wasn't able to save Flametail, but he still has a lot of guilt over it. He is this moody and understandably frustrated character. He hates his clanmates, he hates everyone around him. But then he forms this bond with Briarlight, and again, I wish that he wouldn't have fallen in love with Halfman so quickly, because he was barely, hanging around her, and Briarlight was right there, and it would have been so much cuter. And I don't like his relationship with Halfin, but so I guess he goes, and I love you rather than God tier, because I do have qualms with him, but other than that, he's this really cool character. He breaks the stick. He's cool. He's cool, and I love him. Leafpool. Leafpool, I really, really, really like as an apprentice. I like Leafpaw. She's sweet. She cares about her sister. She has such a bond with her sister. Leafpool, I like with Crowfeather when that's going on, but then she's pregnant. And what she does to Squirrel Flight is she pressures her kits onto Squirrel Flight. Yellowfang does this too, and I'll get into that. But Leafpool pressures her the whole thing onto her sister and pretty much forces her. And it's sad. And I don't like that. And then she's like, oh, Penny, so I'm so sad that I gave up my children. When it's like, and I get that, and she's a victim of the circumstances, she's a victim of the law, but like, I don't like it. I don't like it. But she goes in, you know what, I like her. You know what, she's not even written inconsistently. Because she has always been dependent on her sister. You know what this is about? Writtenness. This is not about, if she's a good person or not. I love her. She goes right next to her son. She's a good character. She's written well, and I like it. In fact, well, is she God tier? No, she's not God tier because it doesn't really touch on her feelings with Crowfeather after, everything. But it, like, cramples Crowfeather, and then also the clan's like, oh yeah, it's fine that you ran away, and you're still a medicine cat, which I really don't like. And then, so, you know what, no, she goes and I like you. I do have qualms with her. You know what, no, she goes and I love it. Some of it's just her character, but I'm supposed to be mad at her a little bit. I think. Actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't want me to be mad at her because it's like, well, it's what StarClan wants. And I hate that. You know what? She goes and I like you. And it's hard to decide with Leafpool, but that's... She goes and I like you. Leafstar! I don't know much about you, but I don't have any problems with you. I mean, you're cool and all. You're chill. Leopard Star. I don't like Leopard Star, and here is why. She's okay with Tiger Star just killing her clan and killing half-clan cats, and she's okay with that. And then later, they're just like, oh yeah, it's fine. It's like the same thing with Black Star. It's like, oh yeah, it's fine. It's fine that she was a fucking war criminal. That's okay. That's okay. And I hate that so much. And Misty Star is just like, yeah, it's okay that you killed my fucking... Well, she didn't kill her brother, but she watched as her brother was fucking brutally murdered by her accomplice's orders. That's fine. It's fine. I don't like it. I don't like it. She goes in... Meh. I do... You know what? She goes and I dislike you because it's so untouched upon. I wish that the books would have done this thing that in AU, it's a map. It's, I think it's called Cleopatra. I don't know who it's by, but it's a map where it's basically Leopard Star performing a coup kind of against Tiger Star in order to defend her clan and her clanmates. And be a badass female leader, but no! Badass woman can't happen in 4 years. Lionblaze. He's one of my sons, and I really, really, really like reading about him. But, admittedly, he's boring. I agree, he's boring. The authors don't know what to do with him after he's Lionblaze and not Lionpaw. He kills someone, and the whole clan's just like, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna have to put Lionblaze at... He's consistent, though. But they also don't know what to do with him. He goes in meh, okay? He goes in meh. It's just where he's gonna go. I don't like it, but that's just how it is. Little Cloud. I like that he kind of becomes a medicine cat because of Cinderpelt, but, like, that's about it. That's kind of all. That's kind of it. And then he's just in the background, and then he dies. So I guess he's chill. Longtail. Longtail is a fucking masterpiece. You know what? This is where Longtail is gonna go. He's a consistent character. He's a good warrior. I love his story. I love the fact that he feels a little betrayed by Tiger Star because Swiftpaw gets fucking killed by his dogs. I like that he warms up to Firestar and kind of forms a friendship. I love his little, like, back and forth married couple almost thing with Mousefur. I wish that it would have gone a little farther, but other than that, he's an untouchable masterpiece. I'm sorry. That's what it is. That's just how it is. You know what? No, I can't. I do have one quarrel with him, and it's the Mousefur thing. I wish they would have just been a nice, romantic, elderly couple. You know what? No, it's okay that they're friends. I like it. You know what? It's fine. He's an untouchable masterpiece, and that's how it is. You can't change my mind. Mapleshade. Mapleshade is written very well. Kind of. Mapleshade is written well to the point where she is a spiteful, bad person. She lies to this poor woman, Freckles, about her dead brother being the father of her kids. She hates her clan. She is controlling of Appledusk. And then she gets fucked. She gets fucked by literally every single thing around her. No one in that story is a good person. Except Reshine and, what's his fucking Darkpaw. But, and this is a problem with Mapleshade's Vengeance that a lot of people point out. The story doesn't point out that her murdering people is bad. It doesn't. It doesn't point out that her murdering people is bad. It's like, oh yeah, these people got you and now you're getting them by murdering them. Yeah, you go, Mapleshade, that's so cool. The book doesn't point that out. It doesn't really do that. And then, as Moonkitty pointed out, there's kind of this problem where it's like, oh, she's seeing visions of her dead kids and that's why she's murdering people. That's kind of ableist. It's kind of ableist. I like her story. But, like, that's it. So she goes on, I like you. That's it. Millie. I don't like Millie. I straight up don't. Here's why. I find her annoying. I don't know why, but I find her annoying. Her in the manga, I felt like she was insufferable. I find her annoying. And also, she's a bad mom. Was she written okay? I mean, she doesn't have a personality to me. That's the thing. It doesn't feel like she has personality. So I guess meh. Misty Star. She's okay with Leopard Star. She's okay with this woman who was an accessory to the murder of her brother in front of her very eyes. I don't like her. I don't like Misty Star. I dislike her, even. Mothwing. I really enjoyed reading about Mothwing. I did. Because, I don't know, she's entertaining. She's ADHD as fuck. I kind of really didn't like that she was just giving up her children and one of each clan, like, here you go! But I like that she's she, patches things up with her mom. She's a cool character, and I like reading about her. I love reading about her, even. In fact, I love her. There we go. Riverstar, I don't know who you are. I know that you're the first leader of River Clan, but that's it. I don't know anything about you, so who are you again? Mothwing. I keep opening my mouth to speak, and then I remember another thing about Mothwing. Mothwing, I really, really like that she finally, she kind of is released from her brother's manipulation and iron grip on her. I like that she becomes a strong character. I like that she is confident in herself, and she's a strong female character. But I wish they would have pursued the romantic implications with Leafpole, and she's another one of those atheist characters when it's literally proven that they're real. So in a universe where religion is proven to be factual, you can't have people who are literally witnessing these acts happen and go, oh, they don't believe it. So I like her. Mudclaw. I like Mudclaw. And here's the thing. I like his coup. I like that he's unreasonable and violent. I like that I kind of feel for him on, suddenly not being leader. But to be completely honest, I don't understand what Tallstar saw in One Whisker. I feel like they set One Whisker up just to be a leader buddy for Firestar, and then we were like, actually, no. For what reason? Just so that we could like him less when the whole thing with Darktail and Smoke came around? I mean, but that's a 1-star thing. That's a 1-star thing. That's not Mudclaw, that's 1 star. And I like Mudclaw. In fact, well, I won't say that I love him because he's not really a big character, but I do like him. I like him. Needletail. Again, I haven't read A Vision of Shadows or anything past that. But from what I have heard about Needletail, I really, really, really like her character. I like that she has a change of heart. I like that she becomes a better person. And I like that she dies for violent shine. I love that. I love that. And I live for it. And I really like Needletail. In fact, I love Needletail. Nightcloud. And this is just another thing that Moonkitty said, but I agree with it. She acts like Leafpool is... You know what? That's consistent with her character, and that's not a problem. I don't like her as a person, but that's not what we're judging. We're judging her as how consistently she is written, and how good of a character she is written. And you know what? I don't have any feelings for this. I don't. I feel like she's consistent, but, I don't know. I don't know enough about Nightcloud. I don't really care, to be honest. So I guess she's chill. Nightstar. My boy. My son. I love Nightstar, and here's why. The whole Broken Star things happen. The whole Broken Star thing happens. And Broken Star, Broken Tail, is still alive. Which, by the way, I don't know why he's referred to as Broken Star, not Broken Tail. Because he dies as Broken Tail, but whatever. Nightstar takes up the reins. He recognizes that he can't have 9 lives like every leader, but he's a good character and I like him. That's it. He's a good character and I like him. In fact, I don't just like him, I love him. In fact, I don't just love him, but I think he's God tier. Actually, you know what? No, I love him because there's not a lot about him. 1 star. I like the thing with Darktail. I like that. But if 1 star was set up to be that character properly, then I would have no qualms with it, but he's not. He's this really, really friendly guy to Firestar, and then all of a sudden, he's just like, nope, fuck you. For what reason? To be loyal? That doesn't make sense. I don't like it. In fact, I dislike it. Pebbleshine. There's not a lot about Pebbleshine. I don't dislike her, but I don't like her either, so she's chill. Firestar. I like Firestar. I really, really, really like Firestar because Firestar is this conflicted character who knows what he wants and he eventually pursues what he wants. But, like, he's tortured by StarClan telling him to kill his fucking baby son. I like it. You know what? That's it. I just like him. I like him as a character. He's well written. And that's all I have to say. Do I have any qualms with him? I don't like the leopard foot thing. I don't like how young she is, but she is also not written. It's not written as a creepy thing, but also, like, nothing is written as a creepy thing when it definitely is a creepy thing, so I like him. Princess, I love Princess so much. She's sassy. She tells Firestar things that he may not want to hear. She loves her brother and she loves her son. I don't like that she gives up. I've never understood cats that so willingly give up their children. So I guess I like her because I kind of do have a qualm with her character. But other than that, okay. Ragged Star. I know who you are, but I don't know enough about you to really know who you are, so here you go. Going in, who are you again? Ravenpaw. I need a drink. Ravenpaw. My fucking son. He is right next to Longtail. And I'm gonna go ahead and move him up there. And here's why. He starts off as this very cowardly, PTSD-stricken apprentice that saw this fucking cat get murdered by... Was Tiger Claw his mentor? I can't remember if Tiger Claw was his mentor or not. I don't know. But I love it. I love that. And I love that he, goes off and he follows his dream. And he's just fucking gay. He's a gay. He's one of the confirmed gays of the Warriors verse. And I love his little thing. I love his little, just barn drive-through business with Barley. I love how he treats I can't remember their names, but those little children. And I even think that the kids were like, why don't you and Barley have kids? And Ravenpaw's like, well, about that. If I remember correctly. If not, then maybe I'm just delusional, but if that, yeah, whatever. But anyway. I love that he gets to go on this heroic journey towards SkyClan, with SkyClan. Just like Firestar, he's just as much of a hero as Firestar is. And I love him! I love him so much. He's an untouchable masterpiece. That's it. Redtail. There's not a lot about Redtail. I know he has a novella or a super edition or whatever it is. But I don't really know enough about Redtail. I mean, he's this eager apprentice, and then becomes a deputy, and then fucking dies. I mean, that's it. That's literally it. So I guess he's chill. I have this, headcanon that he is this Here's the thing. I have this headcanon that Thistleclaw wasn't killed by a bunch of RiverClan cats, but actually... Thistleclaw wasn't killed by a bunch of RiverClan cats because he picked a fight with the wrong amount of cats. But instead, he was killed in a cover-up by the people that he had wronged in ThunderClan. And I have this headcanon that Redtail is part of that group because he's protective over his sister, Spotted Leaf. But that's a headcanon, and that is not canon, so I can't really change anything regarding that. Reed Feather. Who are you? Wait, who's Reed Feather? I don't know who Reed Feather is. I feel like I'm supposed to remember who Reed Feather is, but I don't. Rock. I hate the thing on Warrior Cats. It's like this is the way that things are because destiny. I hate that! I hate it so much. And Rock is part of that. I like that he's this creepy, hairless old man and the ghost in the tunnels, but, like, it doesn't make sense to me. And I don't like the destiny thing. I just don't. So, meh. Root Spring. I know that you're one of the main characters in the new series, but I don't know anything about you, so. Rowan Claw. Rowan Star. Fuck. I heard that he's like a lazy leader, and I like that he's an underwhelming leader. Rowan Claw. So, Rowan Claw, Rowan Star, he becomes this like underwhelming leader, but again, I haven't read A Vision of Shadows, blah 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 blah. There's not a lot about him. I mean, I just don't know enough about him, I guess. He's just in the background up until A Vision of Shadows, and he's still kind of in the background even though he's a leader. Running Nose. I like Running Nose because he reminds me of my cat. Because my cat has a permanent upper respiratory infection and she has a snotty nose all the time, and that's why Running Nose reminds me of her, but that's unrelated to how he's written as a character. He's a background character and there's not a lot about him, so I guess he's chill. Russet Fur. I don't really have anything against her. I feel like she's a good deputy, but then she kind of becomes this like complete side plot with Lionblaze when she gets killed, and then that gets like swept under the rug and forgotten about, so it's like meh. Sage Whisker. I feel like I'm supposed to know more, but I don't. Sandstorm. Sandstorm is this determined, strong woman, and I love her, but I hate the fact that she constantly has to look at Spotted Leaf, which is her aunt, by the way. Spotted Leaf is her aunt. I hate that she constantly has to, like, look at Spotted Leaf and be like, oh no, my man loves her instead of me. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. But that's not Sandstorm's character, I guess. Okay, that's Spotted Leaf. Anyway, Sandstorm. 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 I like her. Okay, she is this determined pain in the ass, and I like it. She's consistently written, but I hate that the errands just kind of like said, oh, you died of an infection. So, she's chill. Sasha, I don't really have any feelings towards. I like her little speech about Tiger Star when she learns of his death. But, like, other than that, there's not a lot. There's just not a lot. I don't like that she gives up her children. I hate cats that just, like, randomly give out their children for the fuck of it. So, I guess meh. Okay. Scourge. Scourge I really like because he has this backstory, and it goes into how he was never able to feel control of any situation because his siblings were pieces of shit. I like how that develops into a thirst for power because he eventually learns that he can have control over people and becomes lustful for the power rush that he gets from killing people. It makes sense because of his backstory. I like Scourge. In fact, he would even be put in God tier. Now, if I was taking into account how much the fandom obsesses over him, then I'd put him a little lower, but that's not what we're focusing on. Shadowsight, I know that you're the other main character, but I don't know anything about you. Shadowstar, again, I know that you're the first leader of Shadow Clan, but I don't know anything about you. Sharpclaw, were you the deputy of Sky Clan? I don't know anything about. I mean, I do, but like, you're a very, very background character. I mean, kind of an asshole if I remember correctly. I guess you're chill. Silverstream. It's not about Gray Stripe. It's not about Gray Stripe. It's about Silverstream. I don't really have anything with Silverstream. She's just there, and then she dies. Skystar. I know that you're the first leader of Sky Clan. I don't know nothing about you. I heard that you're an asshole, but that's it. Skywatcher! Oh, the memories! I remember who you are and I love you! Oh, you were that old dude who fucking... Oh my god, yes! I love you! We don't get enough of you, so you're not God tier, but I love you! Smudge. He's okay. I mean, I don't really... I like him. I like him. Right next to his buddy princess there. So, I like his manipulation of the religion. I like him as a character. I think he's cool. I don't know anything about his backstory, but, you know, I think he's cool and I like him. So, Redtail, I don't really have any info about you. Your death was sad. You were poisoned as a kid. I mean, that's it. You're chill, I guess. Spotted leaf. I need a moment for Spotted Leaf. Spotted Leaf is an absolute fucking dumpster fire. Her character is written so fucking horribly. It makes sense, but only if you have headcanons. I fucking hate her character. I hate how fucking annoying she is. She is annoying after her death. The fucking book, Spotted Leaf's Heart, where it's like, well, actually, Thistleclaw was a fucking pedophile, but they don't go into that enough. They don't treat it right. They treat it so terribly. And I hate it. Her character is a fucking dumpster fire. It's so much better, but only if you have your own interpretation. Going off the books, absolute piece of shit. Not Spotted Leaf as a person, but like... the fans do so much better in taking care of her characters. The books are awful with it. It is an absolute train wreck, and I can't look away because of how bad it is. Squirrel Flight. Not written. Well, okay. The people around her aren't written as they should. Squirrel Flight, I like her. She has, you know, a pep in her step. She's feisty. I love her. She's written correctly, but everyone around her is written incorrectly. That's the thing. I'll put her, and I love her. But, like, that's it. Starflower, I know that you're Mothflight's daughter, but I don't really... That's all. Stone Fur, love him. I love him. But there's not a lot, so I guess I like him. Stone Teller, the first Stone Teller? I don't... You're kind of, like, underwhelming. I don't... Meh. Stormfur, meh. There's not a lot about you. I don't really like you that much. Tallstar, a gay. I love his Super Edition. I love it because, not just because of the thing with Jake, but also how fucking, just absolutely, it's cool. I love his journey. I love his character development. I love that he comes back to Wind Clan. I love that he starts off as this moody, hate everyone person. I love him. I love him so much. I love that he almost murders this person and then he's like, well, no. I love how he can't get over his dad's death. I fucking love it. It's a masterpiece. He is a masterpiece. He kind of just randomly just fucks off about one whisker though, so he's not like... He's not untouchable masterpiece, but he is god tier. Tawny Pelt. There's not enough of you. I don't like that you went off to Shadow Clan with your dad. And because everyone was looking at you funny, but like Ravenpaw can take it just fine. I don't understand. I don't understand Tawny Pelt. I mean, you know what? Okay, you know what? It's okay for her to feel as though people were looking at her like, oh, you're Tiger Star's daughter, even though Brambleclaw was the one who looks most like Tiger Star. That's okay, because everyone has their own experiences with stuff like that, and it's okay. Tawny Pelt, I liked her in Bramblestar Storm. I liked her there, where she was like, alright, my clan is in trouble, there's some shit going on, and we need your help, I don't care what whoever the fuck was leader at the time says, we need your help. I wish that there was more of a connection between her and her brother now, though. So, like, I like her. Thunderstar, I know that you're the first leader of ThunderClan, but I don't know anything else. Tigerheart, I don't know a lot about you, man. I just don't. I don't. I know who you are, but like, meh. Tiger Claw, or Tiger Star, whatever, however you want to refer to him. Good villain. Good villain. He is an insecure little man baby who kills everyone because his dad left him. He hates Firestar because his dad left him. He hates it. He hates it so much. He hates it so much. And he hates everyone. And he's a murderous piece of shit. But it makes sense. His character is consistent. And it makes sense. And I like that he's an insufferable man baby. Because there are people like that. I love him. Is he God tier, though? Let me think. No. No, because his... You know what? He is, because he is manipulative, he's strong, he's threatening, and that is consistent throughout his character. God tier. That's it. That's just how it is. God tier. Tree. I know that you're this weird guy who can see ghosts, and I think you started dating Ivy. That's it. I don't know anything about you. I don't know enough about you. You're this apprentice, and Needletail dies for you, and your Twig Branch's sister, but that's it. I don't know if I should put her in Twig Branch, and who are you again? I kind of liked her, though, so I guess put her in chill. Willowshine, she was okay. She's a big background character. I guess she's chill. Windstar. I really like Windstar as a character because she is this hard-ass mom, and she's bad towards her daughter, but then she warms up, and then she realizes, holy shit, this is like a thing in StarClan, and whatever, and it's cool, and I like it. I love her. I loved Mothflight's Super Edition. Yellowfang. Oh my god. Yellowfang, they did you dirty, okay? You were this sweet... Not even sweet. You were this grumpy, rude-ass grandma. But I loved you. But the thing is, they changed you so drastically, and then you, like, pressure Squirrel Flight into taking Leafball's kids and lying to her about being barren, and then she's this confusing asshole, and I don't like it. And she becomes this big, like, oh, it's because of destiny person. And I hate it because I loved her so much. It's so sad how they just fucking wrecked it. Anyway, Daisy. I like you. I like that you're kind of just like hanging out in the nursery, you know, you're chill. Fern, who are you? Fall. I don't like you because you are vibing in the dark forest because you're jealous of your mate. Like, what? You know what? I dislike you. Berrybrook? I don't know who you are. Spotfur? I don't know who you are. Stormheart? I don't know who you are, but I feel like I should. Ashfoot, you're the fucking, aren't you Crowfeather's mom? Aren't you the deputy in one clan? I don't know enough about you, but I think you're kind of cool. So, there you go. Ferncloud, you're okay. You're just kind of a woman who's popping out babies all the time, but you're okay. I don't have any qualms, I guess. I wish that they would have gone more into you missing your brother, maybe, but like... You're chill. Jake, love it. Love it. He's a lot like his son, and he's a gay. I love him. And I love what he does for Tail too. So Midnight, you're interesting, and I liked you. You know what? I loved you coming back actually and fighting the fucking badgers. But there's not a lot about you. But you don't perpetuate the destiny thing, so you're fine. Is perpetuate the right word? I don't know. Oh, Cart! You're chill, I guess. I mean, there's not a lot about you. You seem to care about your children, but you die off pretty early. I mean, there's not a lot. Shaded Moss, I don't know who you are. Slash, you're a rogue leader, but that's all I know. Slake Whisker, from what have heard, you were a cool villain. And then you just kind of fucked off. And then did nothing, so I guess you're chill. Turtletail, I don't know who you are. Velvet, no idea who you are. Are you related to Barley in any way? I don't know, but I don't remember. White Storm, you were brought to be deputy and then fucked off by dying. It was so stupid. I'm sorry that they did you like that, White Storm, but I don't have any other problems with you. I like you and Blue Star's Prophecy. Teeth, I don't know who you are. Black Claw, I feel like you're a River Clan cat, but I don't remember anything about you, so who are you? Bug Eater, I don't know who you are. Fang, I don't know who you are. Gremlin, I like your name, but I don't know who you are. Monkey Star, I don't know who you are and I don't like your name. Tunya, I don't know who you are. Storm, I don't know who you are. And then Twig Branch. I don't really feel anything towards Twig Branch. It's kind of like Violet Shine, but like I like you less than Violet Shine, but I still don't really care. So, alright, this is the tier list. I hope you enjoyed. Just to, recap, we got Longtail and Ravenpaw at Untouchable Masterpiece. We got Blue Star, Cricket Star, Hawkfrost, Hawkwing, Scourge, Tallstar, and Tiger Claw at God tier. We got Cloudtail, Crowfeather, Darktail, Goosefeather, Jayfeather, Needletail, Nightstar, Skywatcher, Mothflight, Squirrel Flight, One Star, Jake, and Midnight at I Love You. We got Brightheart, Doubtwing, Hollyleaf, Leafpole, Mapleshade, Mothwing, Mudclaw, Pinestar, Princess, Smudge, Soul, Stonefur, and Tawnypelt at I Like You. We have Ashfur, Barley, Brackenfur, Briarlight, Cloudstar, Dustpout, Echo Song, Fallen Leaves, Feather Whisker, Leafstar, Little Cloud, Night Cloud, Pebbleshine, Redtail, Running Nose, Sandstorm, Shortclaw, Sorreltail, Violetshine, Willowshine, Daisy, Ashfoot, Ferncloud, Oakheart, Sleek Whisker, and White Storm at Your Chill. We have Billy Storm, Bristlefrost, Cloudspots, Crag, Dapplepelt, Finleaf, Gorseford, Greywing, Jagged Peak, Riverstar, Ragged Star, Reed Feather, Root Spring, Sage Whisker, Shadowsight, Shadowstar, Skystar, Starflower, Thunderstar, Tree, Firefern, Harryburg, Spotfur, Stormheart, Shaded Moss, Slash, Turtletail, Velvet, Big Teeth, Black Claw, Bug Eater, Fang, Gremlin, Monkey Star, Petunia, and Zormet. Who are you again? We have Alderheart, Blackstar, Bone, Boulder, Brook, Darkstripe, Firestar, Flametail, Halfmoon, Lionblaze, Millie, Rock, Rowanclaw, Russetfur, Sasha, Silverstream, Stoneteller, Stormfur, Tigerheart, Yellowfang, and Twig Branch at Meh. We have Broken Star, Feathertail, Heathertail, Ivypool, Leopard Star, Misty Star, One Star, Cinderpelt, and Birchfall at I Dislike You, Breezepelt, Cinderheart, and Greystripe at What the Fuck, and Bramblestar and Spotleaf at You Should Have Never Been Born. Thank you, this was my Warrior Cats tier list. If I remember correctly, I'll try to leave that Cleopatra map that me and my husband at PMV and the link to this tier maker in the description below. I don't have an outro. Goodbye.